Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hard West. In the previous episode we attempted to finish As Good as Dead. Unfortunately, a serious glitch that has yet to be fixed has prevented us from doing so. So instead we started In Gold We Trust. Now, at the end of the last episode, we sent Cervantes the Inquisitor on his way, but he left us with a very cryptic message. Follow the Red Star. Well, first thing we're going to be doing is trying to gather the wood that we need to get across the river. Starting off, we're going to head for the wreckage. A wrecked steamboat could be found on the riverbank. It looked to have been there several years, though it had long since been looted. It could be dismantled for raft wood. 12 men were ordered to disassemble the wreckage. Within hours, every usable piece of wood had been removed from the shipwreck, but only giving us 22. Well, that's no matter. Now we're going to head for the old sawmill. The group found an old abandoned sawmill near the woods. Though it had not been used in years, it could still be of use to Vasquez's expedition. Well, let's send the men to explore. Vasquez considered sending men to search the nearby woods for anything useful, other than food. 6 men were required for an effective search party. Odds were that all of them would make it home safe. Send them in. During their search, the men found a weapon left behind by either a careless hunter or a bandit. It wasn't the best weapon they'd seen, but a useful find nonetheless. Yes, we get a lucky coin, a Douglas Duster special, and a card. They didn't see what it was. Vasquez considered having his men cut trees. Let's do that. Vasquez considered sending his men to cut wood for the rafts. It would require 10 men, and there was risk of serious injury as the men had little experience as lumberjacks. Well, they don't have much of a choice. Cut wood. Men returned with a decent amount of wood. Send them out again. Men returned with a decent amount of wood. Excellent. The group found an old abandoned sawmill, yada yada, blah blah blah. Now that we have that, we're going to head for the trapper's shop. Variety of weapons, let's look at their wares. And we are actually going to get a sawed-off cobra. But we will be getting rid of our Douglas Duster special. And, let's see. And I'd say get rid of the Deadly Derringer. We're not going to be buying anything else, so we're just going to get some cash from him as well. Then, after that, we're going to return to the camp. And we're going to organize a hunt. Vasquez considered sending some peons to hunt the area around the camp. While the area was relatively safe, animals were not very plentiful. Right. Well, the posse went hunting. Suddenly, out of the trees, a jaguar pounced on a member of the posse, wounding him badly. The men abandoned the hunt, barely making it out alive. Well, unfortunately, the one who got wounded was Diego, and we actually don't want to give him injuries. There is a reason for that, but I'm not going to go into details of it. So, I am going to keep going until O'Connell, Zacharias, and Alvaro all have about 4 to 5 injuries. And seeing as how that may take a while, I am going to be right back. Okay then, as you can see by the vast amount of food and gold that I have been hunting and mining with the posse for a while now, but it seems as though the game won't allow me to get more than 2 injuries per character. So it seems as though that's as much as I'm going to get for them. Like I said, if Diego gets any injuries, heal them. For reasons I will not be going into, but with that, we're just going to head for the old docks. and get the next mission going. Let's see, everything was in place, they could start the operation soon. Constructing the rafts and loading the men and supplies onto them would take time, however, and Vasquez had a feeling that they had been noticed. He and his posse prepared to stand guard while the peons built and loaded the rafts. O'Connell suggested that he could supervise the peons instead of standing guard. Let's not. Let's bring him along with us. Okay then, for equipment, O'Connell will take the repeater rifle and 10-gauge double-barrel shotgun. Let's see, Diego will get the sawed-off Cobra and 10-gauge single shotgun. And Alvarez and Zacharias will remain unchanged in their equipment. Now, if they do have any injuries that reduce their max HP, you might want to give them a lucky coin or a mandrake root. But seeing as how I don't have any injuries, well, that should be good. When it comes to cards, we're going to want to try and distribute these to give these characters pairs for those that have less movement. In this case, Zacharias and Alvarez. Well, let's see. I can do that, get him a pair. And then I can put Golden Bullet on Zacharias to get him a pair to improve his movement. Well, let's see. Who has the less HP of the two? 5. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay. With that, we should be good to go. Vasquez needed to hold La Fortuna's men at bay until the rafts were loaded.
As the peons began loading the rafts, La Fortuna's men attacked. Vasquez and his crew held the invaders off as long as they could.
Now...
Meanwhile, the peons continued hauling supplies.
Now then, we only have to hold off for 8 turns, specifically, in order to get the basic provisions on. But we're going to want to try and hold out for 10 turns to get all the provisions on. That's optional, but hey. Also, using the medical supplies to heal yourself. Don't bother, as those are pretty much right next to where enemies spawn in. What we're instead going to want to do is try to make use of choke points in order to take care of enemies. Let's see, I'm going to set up Vasquez over here. And Diego over here. Oh boy. Let's see. Zacharias, we're going to be sending, I believe, over here. And then O'Connell, we're going to want to send over this way. So yeah, we're going to make use of these choke points, try and keep these guys out. All we got to do is hold our ground as long as we can. 50%, but it only does 3 damage. But he's targeting somebody who has exactly 3 health. And misses. Thankfully, though, it only takes 1 action point to shoot this guy. Let's see, 42, 52. Take the shot. There we go. I have a feeling I might have put them in at the wrong place. Oh, and by the way, it's not like you have to hold out for 8 turns and then another 10 turns. It's just an additional 2 turns. You know what? I'm going to move Zacharias over here, just provide some extra help. But he can't hit any of them. Joy. Oh, well. O'Connell. You got anything you can shoot at? Nope. Okay, then. And these guys are going to be idiots and continue to stand out in the open. I think I heard somebody off to the left, so I'm going to move Zacharias actually back over here. Okay, Vasquez. Let's see, 54, 55. Alright, in that case, I'm going to spend some time to reload this. But that did get rid of his luck, so that Diego can take him down. Alright, does anybody see anyone else? Nope. Okay, then. I'm not hearing any footprints or footsteps. Oop, there's somebody. I mean, I'm starting to think it may be pointless to have O'Connell staying here covering this, but at the same time, you know that as soon as I do take him away from there, somebody's going to try and run through. Doesn't matter, I'm just draining his luck. Got to be using slug rounds in those things. Aha! I knew somebody was hiding over there. And unfortunately, he's in cover, and I don't see anything I can ricochet off of to hit. Well, yeah, actually, I can do that. And it counts as a flanking shot. I love ricochet. It's just such a wonderful tool. Okay, O'Connell, I'm going to move you up a little bit, see if anybody is actually... Yep. Yep. There are people here. Well, they've set me up for the decent cone shot over here. Nobody he can hit from there. Great. I don't want to risk moving them in and, you know, having somebody break through. Just gonna have to take some chance. He's got plenty of health. And being the idiots they are, they have just set themselves up for another cone shot. Oh, but I missed. Okay, Diego. You can't get over there. I mean, you could, but you're not going to be able to do anything. to worry. We've almost got everything loaded in. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to have O'Connell fall back. Because we're actually going to have to move to a specific location in order to get out of here and finish the mission. Okay, Senor Zacharias. Take care of the sharpshooter. Or, you know, miss. That's good too. Unfortunately, neither of the others can get a good shot off on them. Boy, that's a lot of guys. Yeah, once we start getting close to this, they're going to start throwing a lot of guys at us. Which means we might want to, you know, start getting out of here. Or at the very least start moving into better positions. Apparently this doesn't count as cover. %. Let's see. Well, gotta take it. No, not because of the number, but because it means I can get 2 shots off. Okay, good. Just gotta remember, your goal isn't to kill all these guys, it's to just hold them off as long as you can.
Most of the supplies were loaded. They could make a run for it now or try to hold the enemies off, giving the peons time to load absolutely everything.
Zacharias. You reload. Yeah, not quite sure what to do. Seems to me like they're just going to be able to get in closer and closer. Yeah, 0% chance. Unfortunately, there's no nearby metal that I can... Well? Nah, I doubt it. Nope. No, can't do that. I can only hit him, and going after him with that is pointless when I have a clear line of sight. I think I'm gonna have Zacharias fall back. Let them come to us. Now, granted, that does mean those guys can take shots at us. Nothing. Alright, just gonna have everybody start getting back. Diego can stay up front by the barrel. Everybody else, well, move into the escape zone. Once this turn is over, we'll have everything loaded and Diego can just hop on. That's fine.
The remaining provisions were loaded. It was time to leave.
Yes, yes it was. Okay then, well, we got a bunch of scars. Let's see, missing forefinger, spinal jeopardy, nothing for Diego, lame leg, gouged eye, missing forefinger, and missing brain part. Okay then. Well, let's head for the settlement. The expedition's current main camp, where all the supplies and peons were located, along with any injured men. Alright, let's send out the scouts. Now that we don't got enough provisions. Send them north. To the north, the scouts were discovered. The scouts discovered an old military outpost which appeared abandoned. It was a perfect lookout across the region. Alright, let's send them east. Scouts discovered a number of interesting locations to the east. Among them, an abandoned mine, an old mansion, and a dam. Okay, then. The guy mentions an excavation site, but I'm gonna go on a limb and guess it's a mine. Let's see. Beneath the mountain ridge, they stumbled upon an abandoned gold mine. It seemed the miners left in a hurry. As such, their equipment remained. Nope, that's not it. How odd. Unless it's an excavation site that's popped up and I didn't notice, but no, that doesn't look to be the case. Massacre site? No, that's actually listed. Yeah, this is another one of those things that pops up, but that's in the guide. So weird. Maybe it's the outpost it's referring to. An old military outpost appeared abandoned from the outside. Send him in. As the peons approached the outpost, guns blazed at them from the windows. Sitting ducks, they fled in horror. Huh. Nope, that ain't the place. Let's see. The dam had been constructed during more prosperous days, but now is in a terrible state and barely did its job. Well, we're supposed to receive 2 cards, 234 gold, 2 repeater rifles, and 2 quarter-pounder pistols from the excavation site, but I'm not seeing any excavation site. Let's head for the mansion then. The mansion had once been magnificent, but now its interior was ruined and caked in dust. The men couldn't think who might have built it in such a place. There might be useful items inside, but inspecting posed a risk. The men carefully searched the building. They found a decent weapon, alongside some valuable items. Alrighty then. Then we head to the massacre site. The site was covered with hundreds of dead bodies. Judging by their state, the bodies had been there for decades. Vasquez had no idea what caused their demise and felt uneasy disturbing their remains. Well, we're going to give them a proper burial to give Alvarez a bonus for his luck. After many grim hours, all the bodies were buried. The men stood in silence, looking at the hastily made graves. Vasquez felt a certain satisfaction, knowing that he had treated the dead with the respect they deserved. A pleasant breeze came from the north. Absurd though it might seem, he firmly believed it was a reward for his good deed. Okay, let's check this riverbank. Mining gold. Yeah, nope. Let's try the outpost again. 12 men were sent into the building. Yeah, go back. 20 men were sent to attack the outpost. The attack ended in a massacre. Peons didn't even come close to the outpost before they were cut down like wheat. A few survivors fleeing in terror. Okay. At the price of several more peon lives, the bandits were finally overpowered. Vasquez's men went into the building and asked to see their leader. A handsome, well-dressed man revealed himself to Vasquez, laughing at the misunderstanding that had just taken place. He introduced himself as the famous adventurer Victor Sunco. Aha! He said his expedition had been attacked by strange people with a native complexion, but European dress. He had been holed up here ever since. Sunco proposed that he and his remaining men join Vasquez. He knew that their way led through an old fort held by natives and had developed a plan for getting past it. He knew when the fewest guards would be there, as well as how to cripple the reinforcements. Vasquez accepted his offer. Diego, showing no interest in engaging the fierce warriors, decided that he would stay back in camp and look after the peons. Yeah, that's what I figured. The excavation is actually the outpost. Let's see, check on the health of the posse. Nope, health of the men. We're going to want to spend a bunch of provisions to get as many as we can back on their feet. Strange that we have 51 when 14 are dead. Well, we're going to want to deploy peons to the eastern and western pass. 20 men were sent to take position behind some rocks near the western guard post. Let's see, the eastern mountain pass led to the eastern guard post, which was somewhat further away from the fort. By deploying peons here, a parallel attack could be launched alongside the main assault. 20 men were sent to take position in the mountain pass above the eastern guard post. I'm also going to check out this village. Let's see, this particular village was inhabited by curious folk who had dark complexions but dressed like Europeans. They never spoke, but at the sight of gold, they made it plain they were willing to join Vasquez. 10 men could be had for 100. Yeah, why not, to make up for the numbers I've lost. They accepted the money and joined Vasquez's quest. Let's get more. It's not like I don't have a ton of gold to work with. Alright, that should do it. Now, unfortunately, the pass is the next tactical mission. So, unfortunately, we don't actually have enough time for that. We've got about 30 seconds left. So, I'm gonna have to end this episode off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw polling to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.